Hey guys, it's Aaron. I just thought I'd show you guys some of the equipment we use to milk cows. This is what we call the claw. It's made up of 4 individual milkers. It goes on the teats. It's all vacuum that keeps it up there and pulls the milk out. As you can probably hear, the pulsators are pulsing, and you might be able to hear a little bit of vacuum from this little bitty hole right there. You can just barely see it in the dark. I need to get more light in here in the barn. It's a little darker than I'd like it to be. But you can probably see it. It's right there. That allows a little bit of vacuum into the inflation there and helps her milk out a little faster. And it's also a little easier on her because it helps the claw come off at the end whenever we're done milking her. But I just thought I'd show you guys some of this stuff. But anyway, all the milk does is flow down through this tube here and into this sensor. And then I've got it set on manual right now, but whenever it senses how much milk is flowing through this, and once it gets down to below 2 pounds every minute, it'll take the milker off. That way the milker doesn't need to be on any longer, and it absolutely has to be. That way she's not under any more stress than she absolutely has to be. But the vacuum is strictly monitored and controlled via computer, and I've got a gauge here in the barn where I watch it, so that everything's all good to go. The pulsators, as you can hear, are up above me. They are electronically controlled piston pulsators. I'll show you here in just a second kind of what they do. The way I understood it, instead of the vacuum pulling the milk out of the cow, somehow it pushes the milk out. I was talking to a guy about new style inflations, and he was explaining it to me how his style was better than the other style, and it got really technical really fast, and I don't feel like going into it because that'd be a 15-minute, 20-minute video on its own. So I don't think most people would really care what I had to say about that issue. So most of these cows, I try to shave the bottom portion of this hair off. That way it's not in the way. But I do it with a pair of shears in my hand, and I can only do so many at milking. So you can see most of these cows have just the bottoms shaved off, so it's not in the way. But I'll show you the gauges and that controls the vacuum. Here is one of the gauges that I use to monitor the vacuum. It's nothing fancy. It's just a vacuum gauge, as you can see under there. It uses that. Those are the units. I can't remember what it stands for now, but as you can see, every time the pulsators pulse, that gauge moves a little bit, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So my needle's right where it's supposed to be. That's exactly where it's supposed to be, between 12 and 14 for my type of system I've got here in the barn. But I've also got a computer controlled vacuum pump, and it monitors the vacuum from out there, and depending on what my needs are for vacuum at the time, it'll speed up the vacuum pump or slow it down, depending on what I need for the time. Here's the controller box for my pulsators. As you can see there, that blinking light, every time one of those lights blinks, that means the one side of the pulsator pulses and then the other side. So I've got 2 boxes in here, as you can see. One controls one side and one controls the other side. We've got enough pulsators in the barn in a double 16 that they have to be controlled separately, so they are, in order to be right. I was going to show you guys the bulk tank, but I've got to crawl down in it and clean it, as I do from time to time. There's a little bit of calcium buildup on the bottom, like you would have from hard water, and I got to get that cleaned out of there because it's just not right. So, but we're state inspected and everything. There's certain minimums we have to meet in order to produce milk. You can't just jump into it and go willy-nilly and have it done. So, but there's also There's also co-op minimums that you have to meet. The co-op is who I sell my milk to. It's actually DFA, Dairy Farmers of America, and they have certain standards I have to meet. And then if I exceed those standards, there's actually a financial benefits for me. So I get all the bonuses. I've been happy to say I get them all. So I exceed all of the standards that they have set in front of me. And so every load is checked for antibiotics. It's checked for SMAC cell count, which that determines the cow's health. It's checked for PI count, which is bacteria in the milk. As long as all that is extremely good, I get paid an extra amount, and there are state minimums you have to meet too. So we have an inspector come out from time to time, and he checks the barn out and certifies it. It's kind of like it's the St. Louis County Health Department is who it is. Just like if you had a restaurant, they'd have to come out and inspect you. So, but anyway, I thought I'd do a short little video here and kind of explain some of the stuff. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll try to get them answered. And if it's a comment that I think needs its own video, I'll do a video on it. So, but I'll show you the bulk tank in a later video. But I started a Facebook page, so you might want to go over and check it out. It's Stewart Century Farm, just like the YouTube channel. But if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.